both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. At the Broncos' 2-yard line. That would give to the big fullback use check. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray from 3 yards out. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy. This will be caught at Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. To throw is Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not going to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Alert, alert, alert. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Start.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Okay, he didn't bring that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Alert, alert, alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Just more of the same here. It's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another first down.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Purdy now to throw. Able to find Gray here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 23. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 77 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
49ers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup of 38. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now Wilson, option right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one down to the 46. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's 2nd down.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.